Hey, welcome to another exciting episode of the Cowboy Rowdy Podcast.
Wait, Governor.
Know that I'm coming correct.
Let me talk to you guys about something that you can do both drunk and high that is extremely pleasant.
I think our podcast needs a budget for guns.
Cowboy Rowdy. Well, shoot, dang. Crack cold one, baby. What is it with this fucking podcast?
It's me, your host, Cam Basie Berry, and joining us as always, we have resident comedian and show producer Michael Booth.
What's up?
What up, dog? What up with it? Aye.
Up?
Also joining us, we have a filmmaker and also resident comedian Anthony Barrera.
What's up? Vaccine boys in the building.
So they're dropping like flies. Seb got it, and then Michael got it 15 seconds before. Oh, I'm doxing people. I'm sorry. I mean, nobody's vaccinated. I don't know anybody's medical records.
You just broke HIPAA laws, bro.
I broke so many hippo laws. Dude, I actually shot a hippo once, too. I broke a lot of hippo laws.
Let's just say that in a previous episode, we broke down a bracket of who would get it in what order, and Cameron won. He predicted it actually like scary close.
Yeah. I want to say I also predicted who would get the virus in which order, and I was even more proud of being right on that.
Yeah. So Cameron's he's just crushing it when it comes to
Fun note,
Cowboy
me
Rowdy
and
brackets.
Michael got literally vaccinated within minutes of each other.
It wasn't be at the same time, but they said it wasn't kosher for you guys to hold hands daring. So they're like,
Yep,
okay.
I got
we're
it
gonna send
before you.
over there.
Just want to state that.
Technically, and we didn't agree
Listen,
beforehand.
my appointment was at 12 noon. I was a little late. There was a little bit of a long line. If that line wasn't there, I don't know, man. I don't know, you know?
I think Michael counted that. He took that factor in, though. That's what makes him a champion.
I did that. I actually take into effect that there would be a line, which doesn't surprise me that I would be more punctual than you. That's not a surprise. I don't think for anyone, even yourself. So,
Well, if today's recording had any indication on that.
yeah, also, I've reacted way better. Like, my reaction to the vaccine has been way better than Anthony.
Here's my reaction. Wakes up an hour late for the recording.
Here's my reaction. You can't blame
alive.
that. That's what he told his work. He's like, hey, I got the vaccine, and it's making me wake up late. They're like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
asshole. That's a straight
Gets on the
symptom to
podcast,
pick
it's
up.
like, hello. Hi. We're like, what is going on, dude?
I love it. I'm just glad everybody's doing the right thing, getting vaccinated. That's pretty awesome. That's good to hear. You guys are working
It
on
was just
herding me.
funny. I was like, I wonder if Anthony's gonna have like a same reaction as me, or if it's gonna be worse. And then when you got on the call, I was like,
Now,
It
hold
didn't
on.
help that I was up till like 4 a.m. You know,
Doing what he always
meditating.
does at that
I
time.
mean, you
Yeah.
can make excuses if you want to make excuses. It's okay.
Look, it's not his fault. We know from the very beginning that the virus targets Latinos. It's
We
racist.
decided last episode that you're the least fertile, and so it's not surprising that
This
your
is
reaction-
getting a hair. I mean, you know, y'all can
Okay.
keep coming at me if you want. We got a long episode here. Trying to bring in the good vibes. We're all healthy.
Let's put it in a positive spin. Let's do a little positive role playing here. I want to take you guys to a magical day. Okay, it's January 6th. You're just outside the White House. Mike Lindell has just got done planning an insurrection with the president, and now he jumps into a limo with you, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? We're gonna do an insurrection. It's gonna be huge." And you go, "Cool, Mike. What do you feel like doing now?" And he goes, "I don't know. What kind of drugs you got?" What kind of drugs are you gonna do in a limo with a MyPillow guy if you have the opportunity?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing them too. And
Oh.
I'm just
Yeah, I was going to go with a similar strategy.
This is the Princess Bride strategy. You're gonna try and swap the cup, kind of thing. Okay, so what are you gonna drug Mike Lindell with? How are you Cosbying Mike Lindell? I don't know who's worse in that scenario, by the way. Like rape's bad, but so is insurrection. Jesus Christ, you put me in a tight spot.
Whoa.
I think one of the craziest.
People
things
died in the
that-
insurrection. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
I think one of the craziest things, because I mean the guy's like an ex, like I think he used to do like it was like meth or crack or something like that.
Probably both. He's got some
Coke.
tolerances. Whatever
He
the
used to
dose
do-
is, it's gonna
he
be
used
up
to do
there.
drugs, and then he found the Lord, and now he doesn't, and all that.
Oh, yeah,
it's on his
that's
Wikipedia page. So I mean, I'm not.
None of that's true. None of that other part's
Listen,
true.
you put him in a hotel room with the type of vibes that I'm thinking about coming with. God ain't going to help anyone.
Dude, F a hotel, you in a limo, bud. You can bring the strippers there. Like, whatever you want to give him, he's in the limo with you right now.
I would just
What's
give
your
him
drug of
something
choice?
to kind of, because I don't really like Mike Lindell, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of the My Pillow guy. That shouldn't be. I don't know if that's like. It's probably not surprising, but
That's kind of a normal stance.
I would just kind of do. If we were in a limo, I would give him something to kind of put him out, and then just like see if he has any like of his debit cards or anything on him.
Oh wow! So
like
just going straight
I'd pull like a
cheap,
Cardi
cheap
B,
petty
just like-
theft.
Yeah.
Fuck no, dude. I'm giving this guy bath salts, taking him back to the Capitol, and just watching the show.
I try to go like I try to tap into that My Pillow money real quick. Like
Yeah. Okay, so
I'd be
you're
like,
trying
"Oh,
to
I'm his
pick his
kid,
pockets.
Dude. I'm Mike Jr., dude, and they'd be like, okay.
I'm trying to send a message.
Anthony's giving him bath salt, send him on a one-man insurrection of his own. I like it. He's like, "Hey, Mike, they're stealing the election. Go, go, go!" He's like, "I'm gonna go bite the election's face." He just runs into the White House.
I would want to do like, oh man, I try to get in front of all of those Republican people. Like I try to see if he's going to a convention in the limo and just like pull up in the convention and be like, "Oh, I'm his son. I'm gonna speak real quick." And they're like, "Okay," and then I just run up there and I start saying wild shit to all these people, just like, and then hop in the limo
yeah.
hopefully and get the fuck out of there before I die.
Yeah, so I'm kind of torn on this myself. At first, I was thinking the only thing he's going to accept is cocaine. I've seen this man's face. He wants cocaine. It's screaming for cocaine. So that's the only thing he's going to say yes to. But then I'm like, wait, what if I trick him and I give him angel dust, which isn't a full Cosby? And so I'm like, this could be a way I could work it out. But then I'm like, man, if you get this guy smashed on Jaeger bombs, you're going to see the worst side of him. For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
getting-
You just give him like some Xanax and then just be like,
But bath salts, it's going to be somewhat mistakable. It's not Mike Lindell. Like, he's going to have taped pills to his arms and start tackling and biting people.
Oh, no. They'll know it was him.
I think we're talking about
I'm going to be right next to it. Hey, it's Mike Lindell on bath salts.
See, I want him saying, like, espousing things he did in college that he shouldn't be talking about outside the window of a limo.
Yeah, I want like
trying to Brett Kavanaugh
like a
him.
Charlie Sheen interview, but it's
Yeah. I want him somewhat coherent enough,
want Tiger
but
Blood
without
and
any mental
winning and
barriers.
everything.
Yeah. I'm talking 10 Jaeger
I'm
bombs.
sorry, by the way, Charlie Sheen, that I brought it up. I know he doesn't want people to bring it up. I'm sorry.
Charlie Sheen is fucking washed, first off.
The important thing is that we always make sure Charlie Sheen gets what he wants, right? Okay. Well, first off.
Remember that video where he's trying to he's like, let's just leave. He's like, let's just.
No. Listen, no, I understand. No,
all
that was when he
Tiger
gave the audience
Blood
money,
and the
right?
winning and the.
He gave the audience money. He gave them their money back out of his pocket. He's like, "Here you go. Take your money back. I'm sorry. So
Why
sorry."
does he sound like a homeless person?
That's how he sounds. He's like,
You should
"Hey,
watch it, yeah.
Tiger
It's like-
Blood. It's good for you." Yeah, no, he sounds real rough. He sounds real rough. And honestly,
It's like
guy has gotten
it's like if
enough of what he
Steve-O
wants.
would have went for like 20 more years and then tried to do what Steve-O's doing now. That's what Charlie Sheen is.
Yeah, his dad was Martin Sheen, okay? He was living this lifestyle when he was like 12 years old. He's 60 and hasn't stopped. So, like, the party has to end somewhere. Like, okay. It
No, it
was...
doesn't.
It didn't even end, honestly. He just took it private. He's just down in the champagne room.
He just went private.
Yeah, this isn't good. This is better for him.
That's interesting.
Lord. But yeah, the My Pillow guy, fuck him first off. He's a bad person.
Yeah. So, are we taking this episode to space right away? Or is this just going to be right
I think
in
we
the
have to after talking about
Lift
this.
off!
We gotta
Lift
get
off.
out of
We out here.
Get the fuck
We out
out of here after talking about all that shit.
Look, I put all my dollars into Dogecoins. I'm in Mars. I'm Mars brain. I'm up here in Mars time. Like, we ain't
just
even on
drugged a bunch of
thinking
people. We gotta
about-
get off this planet.
Yeah, I got
Mars
way too many
real
warts on
estate.
Earth.
You're like, I got that. I'm trying to get that 10 by 10 lot
Yeah.
on Mars.
Okay, so we were talking about things you can do in space, but we know us, and we know the only thing we're going to be doing in space is smuggling. So instead of giving you things you can do in space, we're just giving you reasons to start smuggling. And there's a lot. I can kick it off with one. Smuggling is easier when you don't have to pay for fuel. There's inertia for days in space. So if you're just talking fuel cost reductions, you make more money per thing you smuggle in space than you do on Earth. So if you're thinking about changing careers and you're in space, smuggling is better than it is on Earth. Straight up.
Getting it to Mars, though.
That's the tricky part. I'm gonna be honest. We're not going into the mechanics of why it won't work.
Listen, the thing I would smuggle, right?
Can't just send a
Very
pigeon.
easy to transport. Already gets transported this way through heavy security. I'm talking about drugs. You know what I'm
Drugs,
saying?
baby. There's no Tijuana on Mars yet.
I am flooding Mars with drugs.
I like it.
I'm talking crack in the 80s type shit. Like,
Yes.
people are putting it in their butts. I'm paying them off.
How does that
Yeah.
work? What is the jurisdiction of Mars?
There is no jurisdiction. It's all a gray area.
So that's how the cartel wins. You get the drugs there before the government comes.
Interesting.
Build the planet on drugs.
By the time they get there, no one's going to want to go without the drugs.
It's drug economy.
I just prison economied this bitch.
Yeah, actually, let's make crack is worth as much as Dogecoin, and then they're just interchangeable. Crack on Mars is the gold on Earth.
It's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
So I'm smuggling. Like a hotspot or a router, so I can connect to that early internet before they like.
Okay, I don't think you know how internet works, but that's gonna be cool when you have all these little three cell micro cell generators that don't work.
I'm telling you, dude. The first thing they're doing when they get there, dude, is they're building towers, bro. They're connecting. They're getting that shit up and running. So I'm trying to get some shit to leech off of that. Nice connection.
Let me ask you this.
I don't know shit. You don't gotta. I'm just
trying to get that fiberglass connection.
Let it be part of it.
Here's my thing. We're not going to go into the mechanics of why none of these ideas will work. We're just going to talk about why they will work. So
drugs will always work.
Yeah, drugs will work. Internet, people want internet big time. How are you going to order your drugs on the internet? So I like where your brain's going. But let me ask you, what's covering the surface of Mars?
5G.
5G now that Michael's there. And drugs now that Anthony's there. Besides the drugs and the 5G and the free vaccines and everybody sees visions of Bill Gates all day long, I was saying the surface of Mars is not covered in trash. So I'm going to start hauling trash service. I'm just going to jettison all that trash from Earth to Mars. And there's no jurisdiction. So you're not like creating landfills where parks are. You're creating landfills where there's landfills. Sorry, bud. I'm gonna start
Can I
shooting
say
trash.
this? Why hasn't that been talked? Why don't we had a big trash bomb on Earth. Why don't we just fucking shoot that shit out into space?
I ain't got the rockets yet, dog. I'm looking at a small business loan at Wells Fargo, though. We're going to try and get it going. But
trash already in space, dude. Like
they approved me for $20K. That's part of a rocket.
Yeah, there's like so much space junk. It's like a problem, actually.
Honestly, my junk
in
flying
this
towards
orbit,
Mars.
Yeah, we just got to shoot it out far enough to where it fucks off, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to use my junk to hit the other junk. It's like 8-ball. 8-ball, corner Mars.
Far enough away, dude. It doesn't matter.
I'm doing bank shots to
you know
Mars
how
with trash.
big space is?
Yeah, I want magnetized trash, so it grabs other trash along the way. I'm just gonna create so much trash in space that it forms its own gravity generator and it just sucks trash as it flies towards Mars.
Trash planet.
Yeah, now if you're on Mars, I'm not gonna lie, you might be a little bit fucked up by all this trash. This might be fucking with your shit a little bit, but Mars is a big planet. You'll be fine, baby girl. It spins and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. See, why do we gotta make another planet better if we can just take all the bad parts of Earth and send them to Mars?
Yeah, dude, Mars isn't even like...
I'd probably also try to smuggle like a clone of a weed plant in my bag or something.
Oh yeah,
that would be dope to have the first
people.
Mars strain of weed.
Plants
Although now you're
and
cutting into Anthony's business. He might have something to say about that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm doing that on purpose against Anthony's business because I'm going to be there to try to just give weed to people, not try to like...
See, now you're fucking with the Sinaloa cartel of
no,
Mars.
I'll let
That's
Michael.
not good.
I'll let Michael take the weed. I'm handing out crack, dude. I'm like hard shit. Weed is probably legal on Mars. For all
War
I
on
know.
drugs is gonna start again on Mars, dude. Fucking me versus Anthony. Dude, let's go, dude. I got
Hold on.
good shit. You got the shit that's gonna ruin your life, dude.
Dude, what if the biggest war of all time in all human history is the war on drugs in space? That would be fucking crazy. That would be pretty fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's just like a
Dude,
movie.
pray aliens come to Mars.
Dude,
I get them hooked on crack.
Oh, I hope drugs win for sure. Yeah, for sure. Every time there's a war on drugs, I'm like, go drugs. Honestly, can we, like, how do I sign up for
About to
drugs?
start an intergalactic feud.
It would be, I don't know.
The draft policy for drugs is optional, and I like that. You just gotta start doing drugs. Okay.
Start importing acid.
Oh, dude, imagine space acid. They got space rocks out there and shit. They're gonna have some
I don't
chemicals
know.
that'll mess with your brain.
Dude, being on another planet would already be like mind altering enough. I don't know about-
I think you get used to it. The first or third time you've seen a crackhead walk past you on Mars, you're like, it's just San Francisco.
You really think so?
This is just a tenderloin with red rocks.
Really grasp the fact that you're like not on Earth, and
It probably feels like Burning Man with nerds. It probably feels like Burning Man.
I don't know. I see what you're saying, but I just also am thinking about like because I like I sometimes still to this day in California feel like I recognize people. And I'm like, oh, it looks like so and so, but it's somebody that I grew up with in Washington, and I'm like, there's no way that's that person, or the chances that that's that person is like extreme, you know. And I have that all the time still, and so it's like, I feel like I would be on Mars, just like, oh, this looks like, and then just have the realization like I'm on Mars, like it would happen all the time. Like that would.
Is
come
that
across
Craig?
my mind.
Craig's not on Mars. That's probably not Craig.
I'd be like, oh, this looks like back home. And you're like, nope, it's different planet. Different planet.
Yeah.
Like, it would be
How
like...
sucky would it feel if you were going along and you're like, hey, this reminds me of walking on the trail in Castle Rock. Wait, I just spent $2 trillion to go on a hike where there was no trees or lakes. That would kind of suck.
All right, let's
Let's go the opposite direction with this. Look, space is a friendly place, right?
I saw The Martian. Grow potatoes.
Yeah. You can just plant tomatoes and potatoes in your own poop, and then Mars is a goof.
I'm just saying it'd be pretty crazy to be there, though. That's all
Oh,
I'm
for
trying to
sure.
say. Like,
The first
mentally.
time, like, you're looking around, actually standing there, and you're like,
Yeah.
holy... My thought would be, am I getting back? That would be my biggest thought. Like, am I going to be able to actually get back after this shit?
Mm-hmm.
But what do you do if you can't get back? What do you do if you're stranded on Mars and you need a place to stay? Well, let's do a battle of the brands, baby. Best hotel in space.
Best hotel in space.
What do you guys think? Does anybody have a clear winner right off the bat?
Listen, man. A Motel 6. You know
Yeah,
why?
honestly. Yeah.
Because let's say, you're low on fuel. You're like, you've been awake for however long you've been awake for. Eyes are red. You're fucked up. You're trying to get to a spot to lay your head for the night. And what do you see? The one landmark that every truck driver in America knows. The Motel 6.
They'll keep the light on for you.
You walk in, man, they know everything about basic human needs. That's where they shine.
Basic. Yep.
You go in there, the sheets aren't even crusty yet,
Yeah, the
Dude,
one on
you're
Mars
set,
doesn't get
man.
much mileage, actually.
Affordable rates. And,
Is it-
next door, you hear some shit going off, popping off. You hear some space gunshots. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
So it's just like Motel 6 on Earth. Actually, I think you're onto something there. Think about how much lower Motel 6's overhead is since bedbugs can't live in space. I mean, I don't think they were actually spending the money to get them removed anyways, but they didn't have to pretend like they're spending the money on it. And their pest
They could
controls
put that
costs are
money
down.
into the Clorox that they need to bleach the rooms.
They're the only place that instead of bringing the laundry and the sheets to the washing machine, they just bring the bleach to the room.
It's not. There's a spray,
If there's a planet made of bleach, Motel 6 is going to have that planet on lockdown.
We're talking about Neptune.
Neptune's made of bleach?
I don't know.
If it is, let's go, dude. I don't know why I'm excited about that. Bleach, dog. I'm white enough as it is. I don't need more bleach. Okay, if I'm going hotels, can I just say, what's something you're gonna miss a lot when you're on Mars or in space? Like, think about, we just talked about like how crazy it'd be to feel in space, but when you want to feel back at Earth, what's something that's especially earthy?
Water.
Seasons, baby. It's the seasons.
And the
You got the
cold.
changing of the seasons. And that's why I say 4 seasons, baby. You want that quality. Look, if you can afford Mars, you can afford a 5-star or possibly 3.5-star experience. And that's why you go to the 4 seasons. So I think 4 seasons would be dope. They're going to have a little artificial terrarium. They're going to remind you there's like cycles that exist that you'll never get to experience because you live on Mars. And I've had good experiences. They have good pillows. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but every time I go to a 4 seasons, good pillows. Yeah. Or Ramada.
Okay.
I like saying that name.
Bring God into space.
All right, I got a hotel for you guys, and I feel like this is the best one. Here's my reasoning for it. Part of the name is in the planet name, the Marriott.
Oh, Marriott. And just for that reason?
And just for that reason, that's the only
Okay. On branding alone, it's unparalleled. On branding alone, absolutely unparalleled.
That's the only reason. That's I'm
Yeah.
gonna ride that branding. That's gonna be the only thing. It's just. come
What if
stay
they get
at
rid of the Riot?
Mars
What if they just get rid of
Yacht.
the Riot and they full brand? They're Mar now.
I'm just the Mars yacht.
You want to go to
That's
the
gonna be
Mars
whole
Mar?
thing.
Or no?
I'm just making this terrible joke again. I made it last episode. I'm sorry. That's my only thing I have really going for me on this whole Mars hotel thing. I just am renaming all the hotels like with Mars in the name. That's just how I'm branding it.
Oh my gosh. Do you think there's going to be a travel lodge on Mars so that you can still have a place to bury a body?
Well, we're in space, so you can kind of just push.
The body. Yeah, you don't bury a body on Mars. You push it up. You just let it go.
It just goes, it goes wherever it goes. Flies into the sun,
Pulling
black
planet,
hole,
there's
whatever
just
the
dead
fuck.
bodies like.
Oh, there's going to be a new catchphrase. You grab somebody's body, throw it in the air. You're like, Kobe. It's too soon now, but by the time we get to Mars, that will be funny AF.
Man, I don't know about that.
It's clearly too soon now, and I acknowledge that. But I'm saying when we get to Mars. This
Just
joke is
the response you got.
this joke is for like
Dude, I
2,000
was
years
like,
later,
oh.
bud.
I
No,
was
this
like,
joke.
huh?
Yeah, no, I just said it in advance, but that joke's for 2,000 years from now. You gotta understand, contextually speaking. That's a way out there joke.
Damn.
What's the next thing we were gonna do?
You don't want to go double down on this battle of the bands?
Scumbags on Mars.
Scumbags on Mars. Well,
People who
talking
say
about
Kobe.
scumbags on Mars. I think there's going to be a lot of them at the beginning because it's going to be pretty easy to, there's going to be
Honestly,
a lot of things.
It
power
feels like it's gonna be
struggles.
some like Red Dead Redemption shit in space
Yeah.
until they get like the whole thing set up.
If you steal my space horse, you're a scumbag. That's a
Yeah,
good
we're
one.
gonna have
be
like
some-
Western movies again, but it's gonna be like Mars people. Like
It's gonna be
Yellow
like the
hat.
good, the bad, and the ugly in space.
You'd be like, howdy, partner, and then you'll run off on your rover. There'll be guys who look
it'd
like
be
this work at
really
the gas
cool
station.
To figure out how to make like a breathable spacesuit that looks like you're a sand person from Star Wars, so that you can run out onto Mars and just be like, I want to do that
Do you
so
think there
bad.
will be any like gangs?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're starting a cartel. There's going to be gangs, yes.
I mean, I think cartel is a strong word, man. I'm just a
Dude.
small business owner.
I consider
Gus
myself
from
an
Breaking
entrepreneur.
Bad.
Yeah, I'm a space entrepreneur.
I have a chicken place.
Anybody who tries to fuck with your oxygen or your water in space, that's a pretty big dick move. When you're in space and you can't just create that
That
shit.
could be pretty funny. You're just out with the boys and you just unplug homie's oxygen tank one time and you have to see him scramble to reconnect it.
Every once in a while you kill a friend on accident.
Wow, you guys. For like $100, I could be a Tuscan Raider.
It's just a brown rag and a mask. It's and a stick. It shouldn't cost you $100. I can do it for $20. If you'll save your money for an hour, I will do it for
I
$20.
need this. This is the cheaper one too. I'm just looking at them now.
See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring mad drills to Mars and I'm gonna start drilling. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna start making big ass holes.
Good
People are
point.
gonna walk up and they're gonna be like, "Yo, what are you looking for here?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're looking for. Do you want some crack?"
So the drilling is just a marketing tool. Okay, it's like advertisement.
I can't believe that's what you would bring to the new planet that we're trying to populate, Anthony. It's so.
Hey, do you want to be on Mars without drugs? It's gonna be depressing, man. I want all kinds of crack, and he's giving away for free.
I'm trying to bring something that's pretty great. That's been like.
You're bringing
it's
social
negative.
media addiction. You
It
talk
has
about
a
5G.
negative,
To bring something that's gonna coalesce power the quickest way possible.
I think that it's going to bring people together, and also, hopefully, it'll be cool to have some new unique strains that come from Mars.
Mars soil might make extra good THC. We don't know how that works.
We
That
don't
would
know
be
what's
pretty
going
dope.
to go down. We don't know how weed grows in that dirt, dude. We got to figure it out.
I like Anthony's drilling idea. I've actually got a great idea. I'm gonna build a little suspension lift system with cables and little directional board drills. And anytime somebody builds something, I'm gonna core out the block of Mars surface underneath it and hold it hostage. And if they don't pay their bill, I shoot their little square of land out into space. And bye-bye. Good luck populating fucking nowhere. I like drills are very useful. You could drill into people's water supplies. You could drill into people's air supplies. I think drills is the biggest commodity ever on Mars. Now that I think about it,
You're also closer to the sun, so if you push them into the right direction, ain't no one.
Yeah, you better hope you're Superman, because otherwise you toast. Because he gets his powers.
I think I could fuck up the sun.
Yeah, I think me versus sun. I've seen that matchup go my way a couple times. Dude, I get sunburned from here. I ain't even gonna try anything from Mars. Honestly, I'm Jim Gaffigan without the talent. If I go to Mars, I'm gonna incinerate immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I've been staring that food down for years, and my vision isn't the best anymore. But you
do have pretty big glasses.
I think he can punk me.
Aren't we closer to the sun than Mars is?
Mars is 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I was thinking Mercury.
Well,
like
no, because
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, right?
Because of the elliptical rotation, there may be a time in each of our rotations where Mars may, for a brief period, be closer. I don't know. I haven't studied the path.
Mars is 4th.
Yeah. I wasn't going to check him on it, dude. All I'm saying is the temperatures do fluctuate like crazy, though. Temperatures do fluctuate mad crazy.
You got
no
some
atmosphere.
Wind storms. You got some thunderstorms and shit.
Tripping out.
Well, they don't have atmosphere. The distance, you're right, but they don't have atmosphere, so I think it does actually get hotter. Plus, drills are going to overheat, which means lube.
I was just like, I don't think.
Lube. Where do you get lube on Mars? Dude, lube is a good one.
So you should smuggle lube, dude. Get those 32-ounce bottles.
Honestly, you know how much people have sex when they're on crack? We're going to need a lot of lube. Okay, so you bring the internet, I bring the lube. Dude's got the crack. Mars is popping off.
We're good.
Honestly, Mars is already a tourist destination. There's not even air or water yet. Like,
there's no atmospheric pressure.
As long as I don't say anything offensive about someone who's passed away recently, this business is going to be a success. I'm the first scumbag on Mars, and I don't even want to be. That sucks.
Well, I knew it would be a white man.
Yeah. I mean, this is not the kind of manifest destiny I was trying to manifest.
Just trying to manifest this crack, you know?
You guys got any good takeaways from this one?
Uh-oh.
And we didn't got to jump straight to it. I didn't know.
My takeaway from this is that I should not expect that people are going to be ready at 10 o'clock to record for this podcast, and that
So that's still on your mind.
also that I'm gonna go see Mortal Kombat at some point too, I think.
I didn't want to give you a spoiler alert, but I think there's fighting in it.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see that because I think it'll be cool. And
I've heard good things.
I'm trying to go see more movies now, and
also, and you're vaccinated, so you can live that life. You can just go and be living that life now.
I'm half vaxxed.
Do you know how strong the blockage is after like just a couple days of the first dose? It's like 60-something%.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
It's borderline Johnson & Johnson off the first shot, and second shot just goes pew, pew, pew. Yeah.
But yeah, overall this is good. I think that we
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, sorry my earphones disconnected and
I thought it was on. I thought you were doing it on purpose. Like you're just like
me too.
Takeaway. You were just.
It was
I'm
so
turn
well
my
timed.
Camera off as just like to not even acknowledge him or his like takeaway. I'm just gonna pretend like he's not even talking until it's my turn. That's how it felt. But that's my takeaway from the episode is that I assume probably too much about situations, and I also my fear is annoying. That's what I have for the episode.
For how much we talked about smuggling in space, you had a very introspective and reflective takeaway. That's good. Just like your Nietzsche episode. This is crazy.
Blaze it 420 in Mars.
Okay. And the rebrand.
I'd probably say that my takeaway is I know I mentioned crack a lot, but I don't think anyone should do crack unless they're on Mars.
Yeah. If you're on Mars, you did enough crack. You whatever got you there, you did your crack.
If you're on Mars, odds are you need something to take the edge off, or put the edge on.
Yeah, I don't want to see what people are doing without crack if they can't vent on Mars. Like that's a deadly scenario. You gotta give them crack. My takeaway is, oh my God, I really hope that we don't actually get access to Mars. Like, I have really high dreams and hopes for what Elon Musk and people are doing, and I feel like too many people like us getting involved is probably gonna have a negative impact overall, if I'm being honest. I don't want to be. I don't want warrants on Earth and Mars. Is what I'm trying to say. I gotta have felonies one planet only.
And we just repeat the same shitty cycle. We never get better.
Yeah. Now, if they do toga parties on Mars, I'm actually down to go again. Oh,
Listen, the first thing they're gonna build is the space station. The second thing they're gonna build is the prison.
Yeah, for real. Space station, prison, sheriff's office, crack depot.
Build in a depot.
Yeah. Mucho take it easy, baby girls. Oh, sorry.
Go read a book.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the episode. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Cowboy Rowdy Podcast, also on Facebook and YouTube at The Cowboy Rowdy Podcast.
Check me out on Facebook and Instagram at kmbz.berry and see me on YouTube at CB Comedy. I'm just a little Indian kid who makes funny videos in his room.
You can follow me at The Ghost of Anthony on Instagram and at Young Baphomet on Twitter.
And follow me, Sebastian, on Instagram at Seinfeld.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _mbooth.